the end of the day has to take the title. And I already got best dressed on the show, so I'm going to take best look.
James, thoughts on the performance? You went out there and obviously dominated this fight. Is that how you kind of expected things to go in this one?
Yeah. I mean, Tom's tough. I always look for the finish, and I think if you guys have ever interviewed me before, everybody here knows that I try to be exciting. I'm an entertainer. I'm not a fighter. I'm an entertainer. I come out and I try to entertain the crowd. I would much rather lose an exciting fight than win a boring one. And I'm disappointed in certain aspects of the fight. I just felt like he was doing a really good job. I threw a kick early, caught it, took me down, got my back, and everybody's going crazy. He's not the only black belt in the UFC, but he is dangerous there, and I have to respect that. So, once again, it just goes back to I want to entertain, I want to be exciting, and it kind of sucked because I wasn't able to take the risks that I normally would like to. But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, I figured he would hang around and take some of those shots. I did not think he would take all of them, though. I thought I would finish him. I hit him with a couple flush head kicks. I hit him with a couple flush knees right on the button. And for most people, it's lights out, but not for Tom. He's a savage. He keeps coming forward. And I got all the respect in the world for him.
And how much credit does this win go to your team at Factory X you've been working with? It seems like you've really sort of evolved since you started training there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously my home gym, Glory Remain Fitness, but I mean, I want to give all my credit to improvement to Mark Montoya at Factory X in Denver. I think there's in the game of training, I think there's good training partners, and training partners are a dime a dozen. You can find good training partners, and you don't have to have somebody in the UFC to train with every day. And I think there's good coaches. I think good coaching is a dime a dozen, and I really do believe that. And I think where people are missing the mark is, I think very rare is there's a diamond in the rough when you find good leadership. And I think with Mark at Factory X, I think that's what I've found, the missing piece of the puzzle. And I'm a leader in my gym, but Mark has really done a good job of taking the general role. And whenever I go to battle, not just with him, but with Tim Elliott, LC Davis, I have such an awesome corner. So it's when these guys ask me to do something, it's easy for me to just do it. You know what I mean? So I respect all these guys to the utmost level. So whenever they say something, it's how high for me. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about 170? And is that where you want to stay?
How did I look at 170?
No, it looked like you had a healthier cut. Like you weren't.
Yeah, 55 is hard for me to make. 55. I'm walking around probably 190-ish when I'm training, and I don't stop training. I'm always in the gym. So 190 is hard to make to 55. It takes probably 2 solid months, 6 weeks, tough. But I have my 12-year-old sister lives with me now, and I have a 2-year-old daughter. So my quality of life at home it's not there, And I really enjoy spending time with them. I want to be able to take them out to eat whenever I want. And 70, I still cut 15 pounds to make 70. So it's not like I'm just walking in at 170. I bet I was 190 pounds when I fought tonight. So.
How excited was your family when you came back from the Ultimate Fighter? I mean, you've got quite a root there. What's that been like for you emotionally?
Yeah, it's tough. It's. I've said this before. The Ultimate Fighter is what you make of it. If you go on that show with a shitty attitude, and you don't have any goals set, you don't have any aspirations other than to win that show, you're going to lose. And I went in there with goals. I had multiple goals, and I know the best fighter doesn't always win that show. It's been proven time and time again. And the #1 pick and all that shit, that goes out the window. None of that matters there. That show is a different beast. And I was battling staph infection, which a few of you guys, that I had staph infection when I fought Jesse. Didn't know about it. I was in the hospital the next day after fighting him. My eye was jacked. But these aren't excuses. This is the Ultimate Fighter. That's why it's such a beast. So, I was happy to be home, and it's a different animal. You know what I mean? Being away from your family, no contact, no communication. You have to be headstrong. So I went in that show with goals and aspirations, regardless if I won or lost, and I'm definitely taking advantage of those. I'm getting a lot of opportunities. I'm getting a lot of exposure. I mean, look at you guys right here. You know what I mean? I've never seen a line like this ever outside of any of my other wins. So my goal is accomplished.
How does
James.
Work, James, as far as Reebok fights, because you're not wearing Reebok, does it count?
Yeah, hey, we had some fucking problems with that. We got it fixed, though. They took care of me.
So what did you do? What was the issue, and how did you fix it?
Well, the issue is like when you're on the show, you're technically not a Reebok sponsored athlete. You're not really a UFC athlete yet. You know what I mean? So they sign you for a one-off. I was already on contract though, so the issue was they wanted me to wear the Ultimate Fighter stuff, which I was fine with, but I still want to get paid the Reebok money. Which they made it right, and they said, hey, you'll still get your Reebok money. But that was, for a small minute, that was not a problem, but it potentially could have been. But we nipped it in the butt. UFC took care of me like they should have.
So all the fights on the show, do they count?
They do not count.
But this one does?
I don't even believe this one does, but I still get paid for my. I'm not sure about this one. I know the ones on the show do not count. I'm 50-50 on this one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I know whenever I signed the contract, it basically said from filming, and they said, well, you're not going to get your Reebok money. I said, look, I signed a contract that basically says, hey, from start to end, this is way past filming. You know, I mean, we're in July. That was March 1 that we ended filming, I think. So they did the right thing. They took care of me.
I have heard, correct me if I'm wrong, that you going on the show, I mean, you were the only active UFC fighter, was kind of like, you know, I don't know if the last hurrah is the right thing, but that you were starting to think about the next chapter of your career and you wanted to win.
Who the fuck told you that?
So is that inaccurate?
No.
Inaccurate.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
So you're gonna keep going.
Look, man. I'm a businessman, and I'm an entertainer. And as long as this sport is making me happy, this is I'm in a different position than a lot of these guys. I don't need to fight. And people say that's not a good thing. Blah blah. I don't give a shit what people say. I like to compete. I'm a competitor. I compete in business. I compete here. And as long as this is a good business venture for me, I'm going to keep fighting. I love to fight. I love to compete. I don't have any reason. I'm on a 3-fight win streak in the UFC. I don't have any reason to quit right now. If for some reason this stops being fun to me, I got no problem walking away from it yesterday. So I love to compete, and I'm still improving. You know, I've been in this game for 11 years. I have over 50 fights, amateur and pro. And with marketing, we're still getting better every day. So, I mean, I don't see any reason for me to quit. I don't see any reason for me to even talk about it quite yet.
This is a new weight class for you. Who do you want to fight next? Do you have that in mind, just being at 170 now?
Yeah, it's kind of a talk for us. We're not really sure. 55 is difficult, man, and 70 it's not hard, but it's not easy either. Yeah. So I don't really know. I think we're gonna try one at 170. And I talked to Sean and I said, hey man, like, give me some fun matchups. You know, don't give me some bullshit ass wrestler that's gonna try to land me. Give me fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an entertainer. Yeah. I don't give a shit about rankings, title, and all that bullshit. You guys can criticize me all you want. I don't care about that shit. I want to make money and I want to entertain. Now, if that means me climbing up the ladder on the way, then let's do it. You know what I mean? But I want to be in fun fights. You know what I mean? And I hope I entertained tonight. I think I did. I hope I did my job. But it takes two to tango, ultimately. But I think we're going to try 170 and see what that looks like. If they can give us an exciting matchup, I'd love to do that. If not, then I'll make my way back to 155. The cut's a little bit easier now. When I was in the hospital for a couple weeks, I lost a lot of weight. I lost probably 15 pounds in there. So they made the cut a little bit easier. But you know, I should say my walk weight's a little bit lower. I haven't cut to 55 in almost 2 years though. So.
Who's two is 170 like Tango would think it'd be an exciting fight?
Say it again.
Who's two people that you think your style matchup with for a exciting fight at 170?
Man, that's your guys' job. Like I said, I just want to entertain, man. There's guys that I like to strike. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I know that people want to see striking though. You know what I mean? The majority of casual fans want to watch striking. So I've completely adapted my game to do that. You know, and whatever. I really don't care, man. I wish I had a good answer for you because there is good answers out there. If you guys start rattling off names, I'll give you yes or no. Anybody that likes to strike, anybody that's exciting to watch, those are the guys that I want to fight. I don't want to fight boring ass people that want to lay on you and look for decisions. But you can be exciting on the ground. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm a black belt for a reason. I enjoy jiu-jitsu. I enjoy wrestling. But I just want to be in exciting fights. You know what I mean? I hate people trying to, point system dudes. I want people to try to finish me. You know what I mean? Because it makes it easier to finish them. I want high risk takers. I want, crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the fights I'm looking for. Those are fun for me. Those entice me. I'm excited to solve the puzzle.
Do you even get knocked out in the process?
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit. Dude, I've been beat up in front of millions of people before. I don't give a fuck, bro. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's what makes me dangerous. Is I don't care if I win or lose. I don't need this shit. My paycheck's coming in regardless, bro.
You're also developing into quite the coach as well. Interesting situation scenario with Megan Anderson.
Very.
And you were gone from her for a while as you guys started to click, and then she was going to get this title fight. Could you give us an update on how she?
You said I was gone?
Well, you went to do the show.
Oh yeah. That was way before the.
No, I know it was before, but I mean, you're one of her main coaches,
correct?
Right? And you couldn't be with her for at least 6 weeks?
Yeah, 6 weeks. We talked about it before. There was no fight really put in play. And
She had just finished. She fought in January, right?
yes. So the way we discuss it is my coach, Mark, she comes out there with me every once in a while. So if by any chance that there was a fight that we had to take, she would go to Denver and train with him.
Okay.
So we had everything taken care of. And but right after I got out, we pretty much went to work on the Cyborg fight, and that didn't happen. So
How's she doing? How's she handling that?
she's a winner, man. She'll figure it out. It's a tough situation to have your dream put in front of you and then not be able to compete. But I think the path is going to be the same. It's just going to take a couple speed bumps to get there. You know what I mean?
Okay. And just last thing for me, was it difficult at all in the Ultimate Fighter when you get in there and there are guys who are like really desperate to get back in the UFC who haven't been in the UFC for quite some time? You're there.
Yep.
You've established yourself. Was it at all humbling to put yourself on their level and say like, okay, I can't think of myself as above these guys because I'm already there. They're trying to claw back. You still have your spot, right?
Yeah, that was the assumption that no matter, regardless of what happened, I had a spot. That would be just stupid of me to do if I wanted that to be very clear before I went in. Because like I said, that's the beast of the Ultimate Fighter. You know what I mean? The best fighter on the show very rarely wins. You know what I mean? Like it happens for sure. I mean, but in the majority of the case, like you see guys that won the show and aren't doing well, and guys that didn't win the show and that are doing better. It's a tough animal. It's a different type of thing. It's so different. I mean, the whole process is completely flipped upside down. I mean, if you guys look at what happened tonight, so I have an opponent. You guys didn't know about it. I knew about it though. Opponent, set date, venue, training camp. You have everything planned out. To whereas on the show, it's the complete opposite of that. You don't know who you're fighting, when you're fighting. You could be potentially fighting somebody you're talking to and sleeping next to. You could be fighting a teammate, somebody else from the opposite team. You have no idea about anything. So it's just a completely different format, and it's much different than fighting out here. It just is. It's hard to explain. It's just different. I fought in front of 20 people before in regional shows, and I fought in front of X amount on the biggest shows that I fought on. Whatever. It's just different. It's just different. So. Yeah, it's a tough deal. That show.